Why do good people suffer? I would not deny that good people do not suffer, but it's not the way we generalize. We think that, okay, nowadays, all the good people suffer, or good people suffer a lot. No, they don't. It's just because something that you see that's good, or someone that you believe is performing good, not necessarily he or she is performing good. See, karma is not just about what you do. A person is never good or bad. It's his or her karma that makes him or her good or bad. So, a karma is not primarily about what you do. For example, let me get to hear one thing. Like, I came your home. You offered me, tea, a cup of tea and not snacks, like some dry fruits along with it, right? So a bowl of like dry fruits, and let's say I ate them all. I ate uh, I finished the bowl all the way. I mean, whatever was there, I ate it up. Be it cashews, raisins, almonds, apricot, pistachio, and so on. So I ate all. After I leave your home, don't you think you would criticize me saying that, oh my God, we offered, just for the sake of formality, he should have just, eaten a couple of grains, some grains, but he ate all, right? He ate whole bowl, right? You know what? I mean, that's a very generic thing that I'm telling you. I'm not talking about Ambani kind of people, but yeah, middle class families, right? So we do kind of criticize. If I have to give you another example, like I come here home late in the evening, and let's say it's a winter, all right, and you people have already had your dinner, you are like on your bed, and I come here home, and you kind of just for the sake of formality, you ask me for dinner, and I say yes, okay, let's have it, okay, and then your family has to prepare dinner for me. Then I mean, do you think your wife or the whosoever is gonna make you yourself, would you really like it, or do you really like it? In some cases you may, in some cases you may not. Even if you don't like it, you make it, you prepare the meal and you serve me. I eat, I'm happy. But are you happy? You'd be like, come on, this man, so disgusting. I mean, not disgusting, but yeah, I'm so sorry for that word. But this man is like, I mean, how come? I mean, this is really something that irks me, man. I mean, okay, next time I'll see, I mean, how to deal with him. Yeah. So you actually are displeased. You didn't intend to make dinner. You didn't want him. You just asked him for the sake of formality. So the point is, you have one thought, another words, another action. So that's the problem. So as I told you, karma is not just about what you do. It's about what you intend. What's your intention that you carry behind? If you're helping someone, helping is of course a good thing. But that does not mean helping anyone in any situation could be good. In some situation, helping someone could be bad as well. But yeah, in general, helping someone who is in need or yeah, who is in a trouble. So yeah, it's a good job indeed, right? So that's a good job. But if you intend to get something in return, your intention here is not good. So, it's not just about like, whatever you do. If you have good intention, then that would not impact you. No. See, so that's the components of karma. One is like action, but the major or like bigger role or more important than what you perform is what you intend. What's your intention behind performing that work? That's way more important than what you do. All right. Now, another thing is when you say somebody has just got good luck, right, or lucky to do something, if a successful politician or businessman or, bureaucrats or whosoever he or she could be. So he just had a good luck or bad luck. When somebody is in trouble, we say, okay, he's having a bad time or bad phase or bad luck. But now, whether you call it bad time or like time, good or bad, luck, good or bad. So time, luck, fortune, fate, destiny, these are nothing but karma. If I'm enjoying good fortune today. It's not that luck bestowed this upon me. Maybe my parents worked hard, like let's say if I got that legacy from my parents. So my parents indeed worked hard to make me happy or to get me these things. And at the same time, you would say then what your karma? That's where your previous karma comes into picture. Why you were born in the family that you were born in? Why I'm born in the family that I'm born in? I didn't choose to be born in this family. You didn't choose to be born in that family. So that's something destined. So am I suggesting that luck exists? Not at all. You make your luck. Luck does not exist. Luck is not predefined. It's not something that God writes you in your fate or on your forehead or maybe like here on your palm. No, not at all. You make your luck. The karma that you do today, it makes the luck tomorrow. For example, simply understand that today I borrowed 1,000 bucks. Tomorrow I would borrow like let's say 2,000 bucks and so on. So after a month, I will have a huge amount of debt to pay off. I would not say, okay, now that's my bad luck. Actually, I incurred those debts. So it's my karma. You would say, what about those people who were killed in terrorist attacks? What about those people who lost their life during this pandemic? Didn't they have a bad luck? Of course not. At times, it's not just your karma that affects you. It's others' karma too that is going to affect you. The people who you are associated with in some way, or the people around you. Okay, let's say I don't know you, and you come across me. I'm walking down the street, you come across me, and you just like shoot me, right? I did nothing. That's not my karma that I'm going to die. It's your karma that is making me die. So you will get that result of your karma, right? But this life is finished. So something did something wrong. So like to understand it in a better way, let me get you another example. Ravana alone abducted Sita, and that was his, his own plan. It's not that other people suggested him to go, maybe like his cabinet ministers. Of course not. So it was his idea to abduct Sita. But see the consequences. Who suffered? Was it just Ravana? Of course not. His brothers, his kids, his family members, his relatives, his entire like countrymen. So now let's say today if the country head of any country does something wrong, do you think that only he is going to be suffering? Of course not. The entire country may have to suffer. So it's not just your karma, right? See, so here when we talk about destiny, certain things are destined. One element that I could say is like destined is the family that you were born in, the parents that you have, right? You didn't choose your parents, right? So that was the karma of your previous life. So in a way you chose, but now you say, no, I didn't choose my parents. You did in a way. You did in a way. So let's say like you have 5,000 bucks or like whatever amount of money you have and you were planning a tour to go somewhere in India itself. So there are different packages, right? So you would say, no, I didn't choose this package. I just had this much money, so I had no other option. So that's what it is. Your karma was at such that you would be born in that family. But that does not mean that's it, like based on that your life is going to be the same way for your whole life. Now, today I gave you your debt. Like let's say I had borrowed 5,000, today I paid you. But that does not mean everything I will or someone else will pay you 5,000. That's something that I owed you. So the family that you were born in, whether it could be rich or poor, so that's the result of your previous karma. But that does not mean whatever happens to you in this life is just your previous karma. Of course not. So yesterday I did some good work. I studied very hard at my school and college. I got a good job. Now I'm earning well. But today, if I commit a crime, do you think the same good things will keep on happening to me? Of course not. Right? So things would change. So it's not that, okay, if that was destined, now my whole life will go smoothly or this way only. No. Every single time, whatever you perform, whatever you do, that is making your luck. Luck does not exist, first understand that, right? It's all your karma. Even the family that you were born in is indeed your karma only. It's not your luck. God didn't decide that, okay, let me send him in this like rich family, in this political family, in this criminal family. Of course not. It was your karma. Based on that, you were given this. But of course, you don't recall. I even don't recall. But that now, if you are somebody who does not believe in life after death, then just to help you a bit here, let me get you one thing. Osama bin Laden, right? He killed thousands, or he got 1,000 people killed, right? If it like personally, individually, if he didn't kill, shoot everyone, right? Yeah. So he helped others. He conspired, So he was the key person behind it, the kingpin, and he made it happen. So he killed thousands of people, no denial. Ultimately, what happened to him? He was killed. Now tell me one thing. I lended you 100,000 bucks, and you returned me one single buck. Do you think the debt is over? The debt is like, paid off? Killing of thousands and killing of one, you could not justify. How would you justify that? In the system that we live in, according to the constitution of every country or society, or the general constitution, the way we understand constitutions or rules, the behavioral rules of our society, will say, yes, he was brought to justice. But how come that's justice? He killed thousands, you killed one. It's just that you had nothing beyond that you could have done to him. But we call it justice. But that's truly not justice. That's what the superpower, or like God, whatever you call it, or the nature would do to him. Even if you believe life is just an energy on science, so what you need to understand, energy is neither created nor destroyed. So that had changed its form. It will be in another form, right? So things would keep on happening, even if you are an atheist. So it's your karma, everything that happens to you. And karma is not just about what you do. Moreover, it's about the intention that you carry behind doing that work. Now, the last example, and then I'll be done with this. The King Dashrath, right, or the father of Lord Rama, or Sri Ram, say, we are Lord Rama. In English, we call Rama, Karm, right? So Lord Rama, he was compelled to exile his son for 14 good years to spend in a forest. And that too as a monk, as a helpless guy. He didn't intend to do that, right? And you would say, like, okay, he just got bad luck, or that was a tough time he had. Neither he had a tough time, nor he had a bad luck. It was the result of his karma. Now you would say, how, if you remember, when he was hunting in a forest once, like on an odd day when he was, hunting in the forest, he came to shoot this guy, Shravan Kumar, by mistake though, it was accidental kind of thing. He didn't intend to kill him. He thought that that was some animal, maybe deer, elf, or some other animal, and then he shot. But when later he found that it was a man, and that was Shravan. So when he reached like Shravan's parents, they cursed, or like either of them or both of them cursed him. So that curse, it was his karma that he didn't even intend to do. It was a bad karma, that too he didn't intend. But yet he had to bear the result. So it was not just the result of his karma, it was also like, the curse. So would you say, does curse work? Of course it does. It's not that, okay, you would say anything and then, see, can a police officer frame you or like torture you or kind of harass you? To an extent, yes. But can he do anything to you? Of course not. So that's what it is. It depends on the power that you possess. Those people used to have that power. But right now, if somebody hurts me and I say, okay, you would die tonight, or may you die tonight, that's not going to happen. Understand? So you need to understand not the philosophy, the karma theory that way. So those people had that very kind of, if you really have that good deeds earned, then only that might impact Right now, you call it the power or the stature that you have in your society. Based on that, you are going to impact or affect others' life. No, not affect others' life. So yes, so this is how it is now. See, even Lord Rama, when he made a mistake, kind of thing. I mean, that was not justified when he killed Bali, Ravana, and so many other demons he killed. They deserved to die because they had done something wrong or they were trying to do something wrong. But Bali was like, not a criminal that way. He hadn't done anything so wrong, especially he had not harmed or intend to harm Lord Rama. But Lord Rama somehow, managed to kill him. Not somehow, he of course like managed to kill him. And later in the next life, Lord Rama incarnated as Lord Krishna and Bali incarnated as a shepherd, if I'm not mistaken. And then he shot Krishna and he got his back at. He took his revenge. So he got his back at Lord Rama. So this is how karma, like anything that and everything that you do. There is a saying, in fact, in Hindi that karma is a bitch, right? It's not that exactly. It is like it is said in Hindi that luck is a terrible bitch that can turn around at any point of time. You never know. So it's not your luck, it's the result of your karma. Because you just keep on thinking about like certain things. You do not recall all your karmas. And you in fact it's not about you do not recall. You should not perform anything that is bad. About good and bad, that's something you need to enlighten yourself. And of course, it's your attitude. Nowadays, people say it's just your attitude that makes you say something is good or bad. No. Whatever attitude you may have, if you are saying that no, consuming alcohol is good, then I think you are wrong. Consuming anything is for your health. Right. Alcohol does no good to you. You might say, no, that's medicine and so on. Even rice has, or like different food grains. That's a very long debate that we can talk about. So simply getting back to what we were talking about is karma is not just about what you do. Luck does not exist. Even if you talk about the destined things like the family that you were born in, it was your karma only. Based on your karma you were given that. So let's say you appeared on that entrance test, and if you are going to get the topmost college or university based on your ranks. So similarly, your previous life, the karma that you had stored. Now as I talked about bin Laden, right, he got killed so many people. So what to him? What would happen to him? So in his next life, he is going to suffer, right? Again, he has to pay for these things, right? That's what, if you believe in this very life after death. But even if you don't believe, you don't need to believe because I am or some scripture is saying. You need to investigate into it, right? That what exactly is this? But if you have to believe me and the scriptures of any religions, it is indeed that karma, luck, fate, destiny, time, they all are the same thing. And your mind is the creator of all this. So karma is not just, as I told you, it's not just about what you do. It's about what you intend. Similarly, it is not just about, like karma, fate, circumstance, time, they are one thing, of course they are, but who is the creator of these things? Your mind. Your mind inspires you or transpires you to do that work. Your mind motivates you to do that. So you need to control your mind. And mind is not brain. Hope you understand mind and brain, they are different. So mind is not a physical entity. However, some scientists have started calling pineal gland mind these days, but that's not what mind is. So that be all. Hope it is going to help you understand karma theory. Yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for being here. See you tomorrow. Yeah. Okay.